Welcome to NeuroMath, where mathematics is made easy. Today we will carry on with our base 10 counting we started last time. May you please feel comfortable. Please grab a piece of paper and a pen so that you can practice along with me. So I do not want to go back to the last page. This is what we did last time. And then today we'll carry on with question 1E. Great. So here we have the question 1E. Again, remember, is base 10 counting. We would like to write the number of all these objects. What does C represent as number? So we're going to start again. Remember this one? This was called 1,000 because we have 1,000 little cubes here. So this is 1,000. Again, as you prefer, I can write a letter or a word. Okay. What I'm going to do on the right side here of my screen, I'm going to draw a table. I'm going to write unit first and draw the line. And I'm going to write after the unit, I've got a 10. And then after the 10, I'm going to write 100 there. Sorry, I didn't have enough space. I just squeezed all my letters together. And then I'm going to write 1,000. Do you allow me to just say TH for thousands? Okay, next time I'll just write H for 100. And yeah, 10, it's short. I can keep it that way. Okay, I'm going to draw the line. My table doesn't look that nice, but it's okay. So let me come back on the left where there are pictures. Let me count the shapes that are the same. First of all, I've got this shape, which is called 1,000. The next one is also 1,000. The next one here is 1,000. This one is also 1,000, right? Now the next shape here is 100, right? So this is 100. The next one is also 100. What about this that looks like a stick? This one is called a 10, right? It's a 10. The next shape is also a 10. Next one is a 10. The other one is also a 10. And here I've got this individual box. These are called units. I can even count them, sorry. How many of them are there? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got 5. Now I can begin to fill up the table here on my right. So what digit am I going to write for unit? How many units have we counted? There they are. Counted 5 units, so I'm going to write 5 there. So I've got 5 units, right? So how many, the next column is for the 10 here. So I need to come back right here. How many tens or how many stick-like shapes I've got here? I have 4. So how many tens I've got? I've got 4. Next one. How many hundreds have I got? I've got how many? You can see I've got 2. Then I write 2 there. What about the thousands? How many have I got? So all the way, when I count all of them here, they are actually 4. Because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 4. Now I've got my answer here. I can write it here below. So my answer, when I read from this column on the right, it's 4,245. So this is my answer. Great, that was question 1E. Now we can do the same as well. We can now do question 1F. I would like you to have a look. Let me just bring the page down. Can you just have a look, observe, and see how you're going to proceed with it? Well, I can also have my table here. Again, I've got a unit. I have a 10. I have 100. Then I have 1,000. Well, so I need to group like element or like object together, right? So let me write below. What's the name of this object? Is 1,000. What about this one? It's also 1,000. Let me go to the next one. Here is 1,000. And where is the next 1,000? Is here. The next one is also here. The next one is right here. Then I've got some below. I've got another 1,000 here. I've got another 1,000 here. I've got another 1,000 here. Wow, let me just count them. How many are there? But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, that's great. So I've got 9,000. Can I fill it here? Well, I can fill it here. So I've got 9,000. Now, what's the next object? The next biggest object, I think, is this one, is 100. Then I've got 100 here. I've got the next 100 here. Where else do I have 100? Right below, I've got another 100 and another 100 here. How many are there? Well, it's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I've got 400. Let me go to the tens now. These tens, they look like stick. Let's count them. I've got a 10 here. I've got a 10. I've got a 10 there. I've got a 10. Yes, this is a 10. This is the next 10. This is another 10. Did I label all of them? Yes, I think so. Let me count them. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 7. Looks like I've got 7. Let me write 7 here. What did I do? Let me just delete it. I didn't write nicely. Let me delete this. Let me go back. Back again, yeah. So I've got 7 here. Now I've got, what are these single object here? When you see single object, they're just called units. Okay, so I've got 1. This is a unit. This is a unit. We use 1 to represent the unit. We got the unit there. We got the unit. Right, we have another unit here. Okay, how many units do I have? Well, let me just count, because let me change the colors so that it's more clear. I use red this time. Good. So I've got 1. I've got 2. I've got 3. I've got 4. I've got 5. I've got 6. Is that all? Yes, it's 6. Yeah, that's our answer. Can we write it down? Well, let's come and write it down here. So our final answer is 9,476. Great. Well done, if that's what you found. Okay, you may compare it with what you found previously. And now you see that it's quite easy. The first step is just to label every shape and then to put it on the table. That makes it very easy. Now let's move to the next exercise. Okay, I think it's going to be number 2. exercise number 2. Right. So it's number 2A. I think the first step will be to label. We're going first to label all these apples. Okay, because you can see here we've got apples that are grouped together. So first of all, we see this is a single apple. So this is a unit. So we got the unit, the single apple. Now, when these apples are grouped in this bag, how many are there inside? We can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this, whenever we see a bag like this, we can think of it as a 10, right? And then the next shape here, we've got a crate. Yeah, this is like a crate, like a box. Now, how many apples are there in that crate? Well, we see an array of 10 apples in 10 columns, basically. So it looks like it's 10 times 10 apples. Then it means we've got 100 apples here. This is 100. And now, the next shape, what do we see? We see a big lorry. Wow, that's a big lorry. What have we got in the back of this lorry? We've got 10 crates of apples. Yeah, we've got 10 crates. And remember, in each crate, we've got 100 apples. So 10 times 100 is 1,000. So whenever we see this lorry, we must know it's full of thousands. So this is 1,000, right? Let me just go back to write properly. So is 1,000. Great. So let's recapitulate quickly. So first we've got the unit, a single apple, and then whenever we see a bag, we must know we've got 10 apples. Then the next, when we see a crate, we must know we have 100 apples in there. And whenever we see this lorry, we know we've got 1,000. Now, can we put those numbers right down? Yeah, a unit, remember it's single, it's 1. And then a 10, it's represented by this, like this. And then 100 is simply this, 100. And then 1,000, we must have 3 zeros for 1,000. Great. Okay, so we just answered question 2.A. Can we move to question 2.B? What have we got here? Let's just go down slightly. Oh, so here we've got single individual apples. That means we've got this represent units. How many units have we got? Okay. Do you want us to use the table? Great. The table allows us to see things clearly. So I'm going to go again on my right side. I'm going to draw a table. I'm going to start with the unit. And then I will have a 10. I'll draw the line. Then I'm going to have 100. And then I'll draw the line again, and I'm going to have 1,000. Let me just write TH for 1,000. Great. Let's draw this horizontal line. Now, this is question 1b. Okay, question 1b. Can we fill this table with the pictures that we're able to read here? Let's just see. How many units have we got here? Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all this is 5 units. Okay, then we come to the right. We write 5. How many bags have we got? And the bag we know represented 10, like we saw just above. Now, how many bags have we got? We've got 3 bags. Or we can say we got 3 10s because we got 1, 2, and 3. and each bag is a 10. So here we got 3 10s. So I'll just write 3 there. Okay, how many crates have we got? Remember, each crate represents 100. How many crates have we got? Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 5 crates. And because every crate is 100, then we're going to write 5 here below 100. And now, the next shape, what do we see? We see 2 lorries. How many lorries have we got? We got 1 and 2. All this makes 2 lorries. And each lorry is actually 1,000. So we write 2 here. Voila! So we got our answer. Can we read it? It's a big number. It's 2,535. Such an awesome answer. Yeah. I hope you understand that it's quite easy, this exercise, and you can easily practice with me. Okay, now, wait a minute. What about the next exercise? Have you got an idea? Is it easy? Let's just go down and see. So right now, I'm just near my table on the right. I'm just gonna write question 1. C. I want you to fill with the digit here corresponding to every shape that you see. Now let's write together. What have I got here? What have I got here? I'm going to start first. I prefer to start with the unit, the single ones, right? So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many singles one I've got? It's 6. And remember, the single ones are called the unit. So I've got. And then next to it, how many bags have I got? They are all grouped together. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 8 bags. And you remember what is a bag here? A bag is a 10 in this context, right? And then the following one, how many crates? I've got 3 crates. And then how many lorries I've got? Let's group them together. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 lorries. So we've got 6 lorries, which is 1,000. Can I go back to my table? Do you see? Where do I have to fill? Well, we start from on our right, fed on our right. We had 6. This would come here. We had 6 units. Then we have how many 10s? We've got 8. Then the next one, come here. We have 3 crates. And then lastly, how many thousand? We've got 6. Such a beautiful number. Let me just delete here. Okay, so did you see what I did? So we got our numbers there. I'm going to write, we've got 6, 8, 3, and then 6 again. So the answer, total answer here is 6,386. Voila. There we've got it. We've got the number. And if that's the number you found, congratulations. It means you understand perfectly your base 10 counting. Thank you very much. And remember to subscribe so that we produce great content again for you. Thank you very much.